The Prime Minister of Nepal, KP Sharma Oli, is fighting for power. He seems to be burning all the bridges with India, and now he is facing allegations of accepting bribe from China. Let's break it down for you. Prime Minister Oli's personal wealth is stashed abroad. As per reports, Oli has over 41 crores deposited in his bank account in Geneva. All of this money has been invested in the form of long-term deposits and shares. Not just that, Oli has reportedly also invested in Cambodia's telecommunications sector. And then in December 2018, Nepal Telecommunications tied up with Huawei to create a digital action room. Oli's wealth over the years, since he became the Prime Minister, has grown rapidly. Many of the Chinese business plans have also seen success under his leadership in Nepal. As far as China is concerned, we all know that it is making inroads into the economically weaker nations. Beijing's expansionary path is quite simple. It uses the corrupt leaders of these nations to penetrate into the nation's polity. There have been multiple corruption charges leveled against Oli. 2 investigations are underway into accusations of Nepal's health minister in Oli's inner coterie taking bribes for purchase of medical equipment. If these reports are to be believed, then China's intentions for Nepal seem to be very clear. Oli's assets in various countries and crores in bank accounts seem to be proof that China's expansionary policy is coming into effect by trapping the country's leaders. From unilaterally claiming Indian territory to appropriating Indian religious icons, KP Sharma Oli has now escalated tensions with India over the past few weeks. On the face of it, his comments may seem like unfiltered rhetoric, but upon closer look, reveals a clear-cut pattern. Oli's primary objective is to hold on to power, and the path he has chosen is hyper-nationalism. Let's take you through the sequence of events in the last few months. First, a largely dormant border issue was raked up. A new political map was adopted that depicted 3 Indian territories as part of Nepal. Border issues have been used historically to stir nationalistic feelings. And then came the allegation of Indian interference. Prime Minister Oli claimed that plans were being hatched in New Delhi to oust him from office. But members from his own party have admitted that it wasn't India, but his own Nepali Communist Party that wanted to see him gone. Oli is also considering a complete overhaul of the India-Nepal immigration arrangement. A proposed amendment to Nepal's citizenship law seeks to delay naturalization of foreign brides. There are also talks of introducing a visa regime which would end 70 years of freedom of movement between the two sides. Oli's latest salvo is a clear example of cultural appropriation. He has claimed that Lord Ram hailed from Nepal and that Lord Ram's birthplace, Ayodhya, is in Nepal and not in Uttar Pradesh. Listen into what he said. Now, there is one overarching theme in Prime Minister Oli's comments and actions. India has been painted as the villain. Through this nationalistic push, Oli is hoping to achieve 2 goals primarily. One is to rally the electorate by portraying himself as the bulwark between Nepal and an interfering India, quote-unquote. 2, box his political opponents, including Prachanda, into a corner. The standing committee meet of the NCP on the 17th of July will reveal whether Oli's anti-India gamble has paid off.